Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, we are from group 2. My name is Rahmah Dian Putri. My friends Kevin Hertatama and Aulia Azzahra. On this occasion, we would like to present our presentation about speaking tasks. I will explain about criterion for a good speaking task. So there are 6 criteria of a good speaking task. The first one is pronunciation. A good speaking task will measure test taker pronunciation such as articulated word, appropriate pronunciation, assimilation and construction, and also intonation. The second one is vocabulary. A good speaking task will measure test taker vocabulary, so test taker must have a large production vocabulary and a larger recognition vocabulary. The third is accuracy. Many people say that grammar is not too important in speaking, but in speaking tasks, grammar is one of important aspects. So a good speaking task will measure task taker ability to use multiple tenses or word order in a sentence. The fourth is communication. A good speaking task will measure the creativity of task taker when communicating with the language they know. The fifth is interaction. A good speaking task will measure task taker ability to understand and answer the questions. Is task taker able to answer the question, or is task taker gives appropriate response in conversation? And the last one is fluency. A good speaking task must pay attention to task takers of communication. Is task taker feel comfortable, or is task taker have a great pauses and gaps in speaking? I think that's all from me. The next material will be delivered by Aulia.
So, a good speaking test, in our opinion, is interview. Interview is when a task administrator and task taker sit down in a direct face-to-face exchange and proceed through a protocol of question and directives. The interview may be tape recorded for re-listening for scoring later. Interviews can vary in length, perhaps from 5 to 45 minutes, depending on their purposes and context. And then interview has 4 stages, that is warm up, level check, probe, and wind down. The first one is warm up. Warm up contains of small talks and the interviewer direct mutual introduction to help the test taker become comfortable and relaxed. And the second one is level check. As it names, this stage function is to check the test taker's level ability, then decided to what kind of question to ask. This stage could also give the interviewer a picture of test taker's extroversion, readiness to speech, and confidence, all of which may be of significant consequence in the interview's result. The third one is and probe and prompt challenge the test takers to go to the height of their ability to expand beyond the limits of the interviewer expectation. Through probe's items, the interviewer discovers the ceiling or the limitation of the test taker's proficiency. And the last one is wind down. This final test set the test taker's mind at the ease and provides some kind of information about when and where to obtain the interview's result. And here, the real example from interview test from is IELTS speaking test. That's all from me. The next material will be delivered by my friend. Thank you.
Okay, for the last material is about how the tests meet the criteria of a good speaking test. But before we explain about how does it meet the criteria of a good speaking test, we will see through the PowerPoint in the slide 5 to 6, which is the test is about an interview, and it is kind of there are 4 types of levels in each of interview. As you can see, this is the most common questions in interview like we have in junior high school or senior high school, but mostly it lot occur in senior high school, I guess. So we from group 2 agreed to use this test as a discussions material. So how does the test meet the criteria? So I guess we can see it from the slide 2 about the criterion of a good speaking test. Like the testers can gain the score by the participants' ability, such as pronunciations. It is about how they articulate the words, each word by word, and about how they build the words or the word structures, like how rich their knowledge about vocabularies. And then the testers also can gain the score through their accuracy when they try to speak to the testers. And then we have communications, which means like how well they deliver their idea to the testers so that the tester uh what can I say, that they understand what these participants say to the testers. And then about the that participants interact or how they interact to the tester. And then the last is fluency, is about how well they use this language as well as they can, so that the here I guess, so that they can understand what the participants say. So the summary is, I guess, in this how the test meet the criteria is that this this what can I say, I guess how good the test is based on about testers bring this criteria into a test. So um, if these criteria is included in a test, especially in speaking, that the test must be good, as well as the testers use this criteria on making a test. So I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching, and if there's any questions you can ask from the comment below. Thank you.